I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So can we just kind of like as a group just be like, it's January 25th.
OMG.
In our minds, like it's not February, okay? So this is January journal. It's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten all day, so I had to get me some granola and milk. It's just so good. I don't like oatmeal, but I like granola and milk. Anyways, hey, my name is Nala the Lion King, and this is my channel, DBNaila, done by Nala. How are y'all feeling today? Like, what's the vibe?
I'm having a very nice time, thank you.
I'm feeling higher spirits. I'm feeling positivity. You know what I mean? All right, so it is January journal still. Low key, I did this yesterday. Not yesterday. I did not do this yesterday. I did this the 4th, to be exact. I did this at the beginning of the month, and I'm gonna finish it now. And in honor of being January journals, I'm gonna finish that as well, that I butchered at one point as well. And I'm gonna finish this. So I'm just gonna finish all my paintings that I just completely skipped out on and never came back to, because I'm gonna honor my promises. And luckily, I like these paintings. So this is the only reason why I'm gonna be finishing them, because these are some of my favorite paintings. Yeah, so let's do this. We're gonna start by finishing this newer one first, because the idea is still fresh on my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and get my clothes and then my background situated, and my hair. I'm excited about the hair. I'm gonna pop this thing out. Just wait on it. There was a granola bit. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so I saved my paints from last time, y'all. Like, I am really saving. I basically just took some saran wrap and like laid it across my paints. They feel still squishy. Like, they still feel really soft and squishy. Oh, it's sticking. Oh, it's sticking. Oh, that's sticky. Let's just... Look, they're still moist. You can see the sheen. I'm proud. Ooh, it's so squishy. It's so squishy. I might do the just clothes first, just to start off that way. I think that'll be pretty good. Yes, I'm gonna do clothes first. Alright, so I'm just gonna use the same colors I already have on my palette. Originally this is a black apron overall, and the shirt is technically black too, but I think I'm gonna make the shirt like a grayish color, just to kind of like not do too much. And of course I'm starting off with my favorite flat brush. It's a size 6. I got this paintbrush from Plaza Arts. It's in Richmond, you know, VCU area, but my favorite brush. I'm gonna start with that. Okay, so starting off, of course, I am going to finish my clothes. So I'm actually going to answer the rest of my questions that I had that I never got to. Yeah, I didn't forget about the questions. I just didn't have videos that had the space to ask the questions. So one of the questions I got, it was a while ago by the way. If you have any questions as well, you should just drop down in the description. Do you ever feel like your ideas and inspirations are influenced by the opinion of others on the platform? This is from Miss Money Penny. That is a good question. I feel like subconsciously, I feel like it is gonna affect things. I mean, I think I've talked about this before, but the idea of like getting into galleries and exhibits, like they expect a certain type of style unless you do your own solo show. Like, things have to be in the marks, you know what I mean? And I don't know about you, but as an artist, if I want to apply to a gallery show, and let's just say I take one picture, and let's say like this picture itself, if there's a show about, I don't know, like loyalty and trust, I don't know, I'm just thinking ironically, I want to somehow switch the narrative so it can fit in that margin. Not like physically moving the painting, but I'm gonna try to like explain it, how they have the artist statement for the painting, like I'll try to twist it that way. But I think every time like I make pieces, I think about, could this look good in a gallery? Would this look good in someone's house? So I think about that subconsciously sometimes, but it just happens that my work does not look good in houses. So like I hear it, but I don't always do it. I'm trying to not think of the designer side of my mind and just think about the what I want to put out, you know, but it's hard. It's definitely hard kind of juggling it. And then like it doesn't help that I have all of my old paintings everywhere in this house that have all my older styles, so I have to like not look at it but then look at it to get a little bit of inspiration. It's strange. It's definitely strange to say the least. I know when I originally started painting, strangely enough, my style, which happens to be on the floor because I use this was the style I was doing at first. It was just straight skin tone and black. Literally, this is my first series of paintings, and this was in college. I mean, honestly, I don't really talk about college that much, you know what I mean? And honestly, I never wanted to pick up painting until like they low-key forced me to pick up painting, because like I would draw a lot. I would like draw like any area of the house or stuff like that. I love using graphite. I haven't done that in like a long time. When the projects came and the senior thesis came, like I wanted to do something like that, and they was just like, it needs to be more personal. And from then, I mean, I guess I took that literally and was just like, well, let me just cry about it and make paintings of me crying. And this is what I got from it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like life, not really life, but like art imitates art. So art imitates life and what happens in front of you. And like, because YouTube is like my main focus, I tend to think about how it would react to you guys. Like, how would that affect you guys? So I don't know. It's a good thing, honestly. I don't think it's a bad super thing. I don't use it to like change my entire artist direction, but it does help me think of the bigger picture of the piece, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I get really random, which random is fine, but I think for me personally, when I think of my painting, I want to feel like what's the word? I'm solving that problem of the painting. So if my painting is like super wild and like kind of like out there, like for example the Stop Manifesting Sadness, that one's a very aggressive feeling. But I still wanted to get a lesson in it, so I put the word stop manifesting sadness, because I could have just left the faces just chilling like that, but I wanted them to like show a message. So I think I make a message from it. Dang, that was a long answer. I am so sorry. So yes, I do say that my work is influenced, but I do that in the terms of I want this to be an art therapy for people, if that makes sense. Like I don't let it control me too much, but when I do this stuff, I hope that it's a therapy, you know? Like I want it to not just be so negative. I don't want it to be like, I want to have a crazy reaction to it. Like that's my goal. So like it's gonna be affected by the influence of it. So I mean, honestly, like from the first paintings I did on this channel to the paintings I'm doing now, like it's completely different. Like just now, like these old paintings I'm reworking, I changed those around so much because I'm kind of like, it don't make sense. I know y'all will probably be like, this don't make sense. Yeah, so I do use the outside world. I don't know about platforms, like as far as like people change me, but like I feel like the whole of it, like I want to have an effect on people, so I tend to make things that can affect people. So that's kind of like my answer on it. I don't know, like how do you guys feel about that? Like do you let other people's opinions and like how their thoughts like affect your pieces? Like it sounds crazy when I say it like that. I don't want them to be like, I said make a red bow, so I'm gonna make a red bow. It sounds weird. It does sound weird, because like low-key that's what I'm doing on this channel. When I ask you guys to help me with ideas, I genuinely mean for y'all to help me with ideas, because I don't know what to do sometimes. I need help. Y'all are like my teachers, like as I keep going. Like I feel like I've grown as an artist like since I've been on this channel. So thank y'all for being my teachers and my professors. So I appreciate y'all. So during this time, I'm just gonna go ahead and paint in my background. You guys don't have to see that process and just perfecting little things and details, but yeah. All right, so we are done with our first piece. Do you guys want to see it? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna show it to you yet. I'm just gonna wait. So the next painting is a painting I did months and months and months ago. Is this one here. Honestly, I think this one was about the idea of how like I'm holding on to that sadness, like I'm using that sadness. I miss that depressive, sad side of me, and that's just me consoling it. Like, oh, that's my girl. You know what I mean? It's not okay, but it's just like, that's my girl. That's what that painting started off as. So I'm gonna tweak some things. I hate the background. It's too much going on. and I'm starting to get into like the whole minimalist, not minimalist, I don't want to be like one of those like square circle type persons, but I think a muted background helps a lot because I'm terrible at backgrounds. If y'all notice, I don't do backgrounds. Like I just literally either paint exactly what I took a picture of, or I'll put a solid color. So I'm trying to get a little bit design style with it, you know what I mean? Okay, this is by Miss Moneypenny as well. How do you deal with criticism and critiques? Man, that is a good question. It is tough being an artist. Being an artist is a very vulnerable thing, and if you're like putting everything you can, like you are, and just putting your whole heart into a painting, and then someone walks by and it's kind of like, actually that doesn't look right, or that doesn't make any sense. That's hard to hear sometimes. Anyways, that's hard to hear sometimes. So I think one thing that got me into looking at it differently was, I'm gonna shout out my teacher here, but my high school teacher, Hansberger, he is one of the first like teachers, honestly, that would criticize the hell out of me. And for the longest, I'm just kind of like, no, he's just picking on me, or this, that, and the third. And it's just like, no, he just really is pushing me. And honestly, like, I made my first painting in that class, and it was like a little still life. It was like a little pot with like it was like a little pot with a flower out of it. In high school, I was in the art DP class. Like I wasn't smart enough for IB, you know what I mean? So like I had like the art DP, like I got to be in the art IB DP class, I don't know, but it was like the cool art class that usually people from IB got to be in, but I applied to get it and I got in it. So I'm just like, oh my god, I'm proud. And it was like 4 of us in that class, so it was like a really small class in high school, and it was so personable. It was perfect. Like really was perfect. I learned a lot that year. So it just happened to be the teacher that was teaching that class was a teacher that I knew from my middle school years. And so it was like, oh my gosh, it's Hansberger, and then he was my teacher now, and then he was also my volleyball coach. It was just like, everything was like perfect. I don't know, it's just something about humbling somebody puts fire under your ass. So I'm just like, I'm so appreciative. Like I say, artists are very vulnerable, and when you get shot down as artists, it's something. Like applying for gallery shows or exhibits or projects, jobs, and they're like, no, you're not what we're looking for. That's a harsh critique, but that just tells me that I gotta have a stronger portfolio. That doesn't mean that you can never do it. Like, you can do it. Like, you just gotta literally work. That's all I gotta say. Like, you just gotta practice. Practice is everything, and I'm bad at it. I'm bad at practicing. Like when I say like I don't use a sketchbook like that, and you know what's funny? Do y'all want to see my sketchbook from high school? Like my sketchbook, like I don't even use sketchbooks anymore. I know it's not good, but my sketchbook from high school looked like a freaking gallery view. Like it was really cool. Like hold on, I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. I know you're probably like, Naila, what the? I'm gonna give y'all a sketchbook just real quick. I'm gonna just stop the video for 1 second. But this is my high school sketchbook. It's one of my favorite achievements. So much work. I've never had such a thick book before. So this was my class. It was like 4 of us. I don't want to out them. Don't look too closely in there. I need to bring it a little bit closer. This was my sketchbook. This was one of the first colored pencil drawings I did. Like we had still lifes before class. I made a little folder with my faces. Like the grades, like he was harsh. I just remember everything. We used to draw, we used to do all of this stuff, and my sketchbook was packed. I'm not a research person. I hate research. I had to research, do all this crazy things, like, and it's just packed with work. This is the drawing that I did, but I'm gonna keep this forever. But yeah, this is the drawing of my dad I did. Last few pages. This is my holy grail right here. This is my holy grail. Okay, on to my next painting. As you can see, it's the big one that was back here, and I took it down and I moved it completely because we're gonna work on that one next. I have to finish the background, and I have to like fix the face a lot more. It's a little weird and tweaked. I mean, I haven't looked at this in a long time, and it's been months, and I feel like I've like my painting techniques have been different, so I really want to come back and like square some things out and then finish it. Yeah. One thing I find myself doing is I'm going back and refreshing like so many colors. Like I'm just not happy with the color choice, and like I'm trying to make it lighter because in the original photo it's more of a shine, like it's kind of like brightening of the light, you know what I mean? So like I really want to make sure those indentations in my cheeks are like really light. If that makes sense, you know? And I also had to fix my chin because they kept saying that I look like Puma, which is Erykah Badu's daughter, and I'm like, it's because like my chin was longer, and like it's just, I was like, you know, let me just kind of shrink my chin a little bit, and like that's why I kind of moved my hand up a little more because I'm trying to tweak it, like, and this is when I know like I'm hitting up just a hard wall here. I'm really trying to do things that just don't need to be done. Not to mention, I realized like a lot of my features were like really crazy. Like my eyebrows was like up to here, and I'm like, I'm not that surprised. So I kind of brought it down just a little bit because I'm like, I was not that surprised. Why are my eyebrows so high? But the simple fact that I don't mind starting over. So I'm just like literally moving my eyebrows lower. I'm kind of moving the part of my nose lower. I'm just really moving everything around. Part of me just like, I want to just all over it, but I'm not gonna give up. That's the whole point. This is what happened in the first place. I wanted to start something else, and then I literally butchered the piece. So I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm just gonna kind of tweak things till it makes me feel better, basically. Nice. Okay, y'all, I can't do it. I can't do it. This painting is killing me. I still don't know what I want to do with it. I thought I knew. I just keep playing with the face, like trying to move it and such, but it's not easy figuring out what to do with this face here. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I feel like you guys have heard enough of my voice. I don't want to be annoying. I feel like I'm annoying now. But thank y'all for the patience. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was very lengthy. If you have any questions yourself, just drop them down in the comments below. I promise you, when I finish like pushing the off button on this video, I'm gonna go into finishing this. I had the meanest artist block, and like I said before, I have a hard time like getting a good start in the beginning of the year. So I'm going to figure out how I'm gonna fix this. I might just go back to like the invisible hands I had before when it was kind of like picking me up. But I thank y'all for being great and being patient, and I love you guys, and we're chugging along. I don't know if you guys have had a slow start as well, but as long as you start, you know, that's the biggest thing. As long as you don't give up, you know, there's no race, you know. But I thank you guys as always. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, please. Don't forget, don't put too much on your plate. Like, it's just too much. It's too much, okay? I know you got goals and plans for this year, but don't be like, I want to be Superman this year. I want to lift a car this year. You don't have to beat yourself up so much. Like myself, just pop, pop, pop. So, you know, yeah. I love you guys. Bye. I'm done.
Now that I've got you right where I want you.
Like and subscribe.
Nice.